Okay, I know you guys think I don't have any friends just because of the way I sound or like the way I come off of, but I swear to God, I have a lot of friends. I actually have a big friend group. They just go to different schools, so you guys would know them. But because I have so much experience dealing with friendships and like friend groups in general, I decided that in today's video, we're gonna be going through a bunch of Am I the Asshole posts dealing with friendship issues or friendship problems. And as the friendship master, coordinator, God, it's up to me to decide if the person is the a-hole in the situation or not. So without further ado, let's get into it. Am I the a-hole for not limiting my friendship with someone in my friend group? I, female 26, was introduced to a guy, fake name Clark, by one of my close friends. Over time, we all became part of a friend group, and now we all hang out together almost every weekend. Okay, 26. Okay, I was gonna say, I thought it was like a college age friend group, and I was about to be like, okay, I can already see where this is about to go. But they're older, so it's a little different, I think. I'm hoping anyways. Today, my friend texted me saying something has been bothering her. She said it sometimes feels like I try to make her jealous about my friendship with Clark, even if I'm not the only girl in the group that makes these jokes, and we rarely do so. And that it also bothers her that he and I talk privately or sometimes make plans. The thing is, whenever we do make said plans, it's always with the rest of the group in mind and not just the two of us. She said she doesn't do that with my friends, who she never sees or talks to, and asked if we could be more careful about boundaries. What? Boundaries? Oh my god, wait, okay, I think I understand. I think she's jealous about OP and Clark. I see, okay. Oh, I mean, she literally just said in the fucking thing, Kaleb. I also just reread some of the first paragraph. OP's friend has no business saying that it bothers her that OP and Clark talk privately. Who the hell are you? Like, I understand being jealous in a friend. Okay, I don't understand it, but I can understand how someone is jealous in a friend group. And to be fair, actually, I can understand myself as well. I don't think I've ever dealt with it, but I can see how that can lead to someone feeling like that. But I have never ever known someone or even felt the way of feeling jealous between how two people are friends, even from the one that introduced them together. Especially if it bothers me that they talk privately. Like, for one thing, I think it's pretty crazy for OP's friend to assume that OP and Clark don't talk privately in the first place. I guess OP's friend doesn't know how close they are, so she didn't expect it, I guess. But then they wouldn't just be only talking like when they see each other in person, right? I feel like most people would assume people talk privately outside of like the group. Even the fact that she's just about making plans, that's so crazy. Like, okay, it's not crazy, but come on, you're an adult too. Like, what? I'm assuming OP and OP's friend, the one that introduced them, are really close friends, or they were supposed to be. And maybe OP's friend just sees OP as like their really close friend. That's the only best friend they have. But then the way OP described it was one of my close friends, not my best friend, which is a pretty big difference there. To be fair, OP defended herself. She said that whenever they do make plans, it's with everyone and not just them two privately. The last sentence is kind of funny because OP's friend is saying like, well, I don't deal with your friends, as if she was gonna do that in the first place. I'm assuming she doesn't know them like that anyway, so that's not expected of her anyways. I told her that it was never my intention to make her jealous, and that I respect that she's expressing how she feels. Okay, that's fair, but like, it's not an OP to apologize. Like, I don't know if that's her apologizing, but it's not an OP to even say it's not her intent. You don't have to say that. She's an adult. I understand wanting to make your friend be seen or feel seen and like, hey, like, I didn't forget about you or whatever, but that's not what it looks like. Like, it's not your job to reassure your friend about your friendship, especially if there's like valid points not to say that. Like, you don't have to say it. But I also explained that since we all spend so much time together as a friend group, I think it's normal that individual friendships form within it, especially since Clark and I share a lot of things in common. From my perspective, it's not strange that I might have separate combos or sometimes hang out with him and the rest of the group that did not form as a whole before the three of us started hanging out collectively. If she doesn't feel like going out, okay, if she doesn't want to go out, then who the hell is she blaming at that point? Like, you can't expect people not to hang out just because you said I don't want to hang out. That doesn't make sense. If I'm being so honest, I just can never see myself be surprised that individual friendships are forming within a friend group. Like, what do you expect? There's no way OP's friend genuinely thinks that everyone outside of the friend group just doesn't talk, as if like none of them exist to each other and only hang out or only talk to each other when everyone's together. That's just not how friendships are. It's normal for people to have convos outside of it. That's not a crazy thing to expect or to like say. I know I'm not finished, but this is just sounding like a really big insecurity from OP's friend at the moment. She replied that she doesn't really see us as a group and said she misses having more separate interactions. Okay, yeah, so it is her not being insecure, but she misses her friend, I guess. Okay, to be fair, I know I'm not done, but is OP hanging out with Clark that much to the point where OP's friend is like, yo, I don't see you anymore? Like, she has a boyfriend? She also pointed out that she was the one who introduced me to him in the first place. And while she knows she can't control relationships, the situation still makes her feel uncomfortable, which I think is weird since she first introduced me to Clark with the intention of setting us up. Okay, I don't know what OP's friend expected. What? I couldn't even tell you guys what the perfect situation is for OP's friend. Like, if she's going at it, assuming, I'm gonna assume maybe romantically that she wants them to set up. And to be fair, OP didn't say if her and Clark were actually seeing each other romantically, but let's say they did. OP wouldn't see her friend even more than what she is now. Like, that's like a normal thing, not normal, but like a very well-known thing about like having a friend and that person gets a partner and then you barely see them anymore. At least maybe more in the beginning, not too much in the like while they're deep in the relationship. But well, I don't think that should be the case. I think you should be able to give time to your friends and whatnot. I literally don't know what OP's friend expected out of setting them up and then them not hanging out. Like, what? I responded that I genuinely do see us as a friend group and that connections naturally happen when people spend time together. I also said that if she actually has romantic feelings for him, that would be a different situation, and I'd rather she just tell me. Now I'm wondering if I was too dismissive of her feelings. Am I the a-hole? And yes, she's right. If she had romantic feelings, no, but if she had romantic feelings, why the hell would she set up OP and Clark? That doesn't make sense. Maybe by the way, you guys tell me if I'm reading this wrong. When I see OP saying introduce me to Clark with the intention of setting us up, I see that as romantic, like setting up us romantic. I've never heard someone like say that setting setting us up in a friend way. I've never heard about it, but I just don't get what OP's friend expected. If I'm being so honest. I think OP's kind of tripping about OP's friend OP. Goddamn. I think OP's kind of tripping about her friend having romantic feelings. She wouldn't have set them up if she did have feelings for him. OP's not the a-hole in this situation at all. She's not being dismissive of her friend's feelings. So from what we read, she didn't do anything wrong. All she did was hang out with a friend outside of the friend group hours, which is right to do so. And somehow OP's friend felt insecure about it. Let's see what the comments say though. Not the a-hole. She doesn't just get to use the word boundaries to try to control people's private interactions. She gets to feel jealous. She doesn't get to use those feelings to try and control a relationship in which she has no part. What you do with Clark is not her business. You get to have individual friendships. Yeah, for the 5th time. I don't know what she expected. I can see what the comments are saying about, yes, she has a right to feel jealous. Of course, I guess like that's fair, but how much jealousy you can have in a friendship, I don't think really goes that far compared to a relationship, obviously. I feel like most people would agree with that. Like the level of jealousy you can have for a friendship is so much lower than a relationship. I don't even think it's close. You should have responded, "What are you accusing me of?" and watch her backtrack. That's wow, yeah. Then say, "I wasn't aware that there were rules about who we can befriend. Are these rules applied to anyone else or just me and Clark?" If she persists, ask her, "Is anyone else concerned or just you? Because I'd like to speak to the entire group together so that we can hear firsthand about how people feel." She won't like that and she will back down. Okay, she will back down. But at the same time, OP does ask, "What are you accusing me of?" What the hell is she about to say? Like, you're cheating on me? You don't cheat on someone in a friendship way. It's just not a thing. I guess it's okay, it kind of is, but not really. Because that expectation of having one friend isn't a thing. Oh, the last part. Wow. She's focused on you and Clark because she's got nothing going on in her own life. And rather than focus on why that is, she's pissed that you moved on with someone that she has undisclosed feelings for. Timidity is her problem, not yours. Okay, so commenter is saying that she does have feelings. I don't know if she has feelings. I don't even know if that first part of the sentence is really agreeable, at least in my case. I don't know if OP's friend has nothing going on. She's like, "God damn it, you have shit going on now. I'm mad at you." Like, I don't think it's a case of that. I might be, but who knows? But I personally don't think it is. I don't think it's like OP's friend is like, all I'm doing is being home, being bored all the time, and now you're over here hanging out with friends, going to parties or whatever without me. Like, I guess I can see how she'd feel jealous, but I feel like that'd be more fun when there would be jealousy. So I don't know. And that's not really the vibe I get from OP's friend. With that being said, though, OP is not the a-hole. I think she just gotta get a grip on her friendship and tell her like, "Yo, you are a grown-ass adult. Figure some shit out. I am not here for you 24/7. I'm sorry. Am I the a-hole for not ending my friendship with my best friend after he cheated on my sister?" This makes okay. All right. I'm an 18-year-old guy and I have a twin sister. That must be so cool, by the way, having a twin sister. I've been best friends with my best friend. We'll call him G since our kindergarten. So G and my sister have always been pretty close too. They've kind of had a thing going on our whole lives. For the longest time, they never officially dated for a bunch of reasons I won't get into, but they were always really close and into each other. Okay. I want to ask you guys real quick. How do you guys feel about your friend dating your sibling? I don't know how I feel about it, but I can see both sides to it. Like, one side might be like, they're your friend, so you should trust them, so they would be the best person for your sibling. But the other side would be like, if something does go wrong, especially if your friend is the one in the wrong, you really gotta drop them. But then if it's like, if they're both like an argument, and I'm saying like if it's a bad enough argument or fight, it is kind of gonna come on you to like not break it up, but like they both might talk to you about it. I don't know, like stuff that you just don't want to hear about. A little over a year ago, when we were all 17, they finally started dating. Everything went really well for like 13 months, but then long story short, G cheated on my sister and I was the one who figured it out. He swore it wouldn't happen again and begged me not to tell my sister, but I told her anyways. Okay, 100%. Yeah, just to be clear, OP's loyalty is gonna be to his sister at all times or to his sibling before their friend. That makes that makes sense. Like, what? Let me know how you guys feel about this. Would you guys leave your friendship with your friend if they cheated on their partner? I get that there's nuance to every situation, and maybe it depends on how long they've been dating the person. Like, if they got into a relationship the next day and they cheated, is that the same thing as them cheating on their partner of like 4 or 5 years? Like, or if they're married, like, I get that it is worse, but I struggle with this a lot, and I honestly don't know. I want to be a good person and say I would, but I have no idea. Something like this though, I'm sorry, but I had to drop my friend. Like, you're not my friend if you cheated on my sister. Like, what are you thinking? I was mad at him and he was mad at me, so we didn't talk for like a month and a half, which was honestly the weirdest month and a half of my whole life. Why was he mad at you for telling your sister? Wait, okay, G's is stupid. What did G think? Like,
"Yo, I know you're my friend. We might be close, but don't tell your sister this one really bad thing I did."
G's basically my brother. We've been inseparable since kindergarten, so not having him around was kind of unbearable, honestly. LOL. Okay, kindergarten. Damn, they might as well be brothers. Yeah, Jesus. G's looking like a worse person 10 times over. You cheated on your best friend's sister. That already is sad. But you've known this guy since kindergarten. You guys are basically as close as you can be as friends. You've known the family for however long and you cheated. G's just a shitty person. How do you not catch that as OP though? I'm not gonna lie. I get people are different in relationships and friendships, but if I had a friend that close from that young, am I really not gonna know that kind of person to cheat on their close for what? OP, lock in, come on. After our streak of not talking to each other, G invited me on his family ski trip as a way to make amends. I've been on lots of family ski trips over the years. I accepted and ended up forgiving him and letting him back into my life because it was way too weird without him in it. I can tell he's genuinely sorry about what happened. He literally cried because he felt so bad, and I've only seen him cry like this once before my whole life. I'm thinking now G is only crying for losing the friendship and not the relationship. Maybe he also feels bad at the fact that he cheated and like he just needed to tell someone. Dude, what do you mean you're sorry for what happened? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, cheating isn't a choice. It's a series of choices that you make knowing what the like outcome is gonna be. It's not just you have sex right then and there. You meet the person, talk to them, understand that what you're doing is already weird. You decide to date to meet up, and then you meet up, and then you have the action. Like it's like 6, 7, 8, 9 steps that you take. I get that you can be sorry, but for some reason the way he wrote that made it seem like it was just like a choice. But it's not. Cheating isn't a choice. It's a series of stuff that you do. Like he knew what he was doing, and then he cries because he got caught. What a bitch. I hate that. Oh my god. Anyway, G and my sister broke up as soon as she found out he cheated, and they're still not on speaking terms. So my sister obviously isn't happy about the whole situation. She's making me feel like for still being friends with G, and she doesn't seem to understand how big of a deal it would be for us to lose our 13-year friendship over her. Yes, OP is right, but dude, like, is this not an example of your friend being a bad person? Like, I get that people have so much leeway for cheating, dude. I don't know. I know G made a huge mistake, and I hate him for it, and I'll never 100% get over it, but I'm not gonna let it ruin my best and longest friendship. I think about it like this: if your best friend cheated on their significant other and then felt like shit, would you end your friendship with them? Don't know. Like, it depends. Like, it sounds bad, but if it's like an early relationship, that's different. They cheat on their partner, I'm immediately being like, okay, you're not dating my siblings. Like, you're not a good person. You're a cheater once, you're a cheater forever. That's just how I see it. There's outliers for everything. Of course there is in life, but I'm not taking that chance. I'm not gonna hurt my siblings' feelings because of that. Because I took a chance on my friend. Like, no, especially if they already cheated. What the f do you expect me to do? No. So why is this any different just because his S so happened to be my sister? You said no pretty like 100%. I don't know if everyone's saying no to that. G and I are going to the same college in the fall. A different college in a different state than the one my sister's going to. So none of this is gonna be something that we even think about when we're living in different places. Am I the a-hole? Okay, let's see the comments before I answer. Calm down, Kaleb. Jesus. You're the a-hole for not understanding where your sister is coming from. Oh, that's a good point. He didn't even try to see from her side. He just said no immediately. He didn't just cheat on her. He wanted to keep it a secret and begged you to betray her as well as by keeping a secret too. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. It wasn't even just the fact that he cheated. He expected his best friend, someone that he should care a lot about, to hide a secret from his own sister. The way I see it is that he expected his friend to put his loyalty over his friendship over blood. And I get that blood's not that deep, but like over his sister. Which if you're someone's best friend, you shouldn't expect that out of your best friend. That's not something you expect. Then he didn't even tell her. He wasn't even bold enough to tell her. You did. He's not sorry he cheated. He's sorry that he got caught. Exactly. You're basically choosing him over your own twin sister and acting like you don't understand why that'd be an issue for her. You've known her longer and you're her brother. How is that not important? But you knowing the cheating douche for 13 years it somehow is. You forgave him because of his crocodile tears? Oh please, go ahead and be friends with him. But I don't think your sister will ever forget what you did. Nor should she. If someone cheated on my sibling, I'd have their back 100%. This whole post is about your friend and his feelings. Poor him. And what about her? It's pretty clear that you feel that your relationship with him is more important than the one with your sister. I was already thinking this, but I just wanted to make sure the comments agreed with me. What did OP expect? Like niggas to be like, you know what, you're not the a-hole. Fuck your sister, dude. You gotta be cool with your best friend. That's bro code. Like, it's the real world. No one's actually thinking like that. Oh, some people are, but yeah, stupid ass thing. But okay, this comment says perfectly. Wow. I'm sorry, sister. I know we've been together our entire lives, but honestly, the feelings this dude who hurt your feelings and broke your heart are more important to me than you. I mean, the guy was crying and he took me skiing. What more of an apology that you didn't receive could you want? Anyways, I hope you're cool with it. Dude, oh my god, if my sibling told me that, wow. I mean, if I put myself in OP's shoes and I have a sister as well, I'd do anything to make sure she knew. Why in the world would my friend expect me to keep that secret? On top of the fact that my friend is a cheater, which is already bad enough, he's a cheater that won't even own up to his own action. Don't get me wrong, he's still a bad person either way, but it's one thing to be a cheater, expect your friend to hide it from their own sibling at that, and then to just be a cheater and then at least he told the sister. Like, you can't even do that at least, really? OP has his priorities, I think, definitely not in the right spot. I know he's close to this friend, they're basically like brothers, that's cool, but no brother would expect their own brother to hide a secret like that. Like, OP's friend isn't that good of a friend in the first place for expecting that out of OP. With all that being said, it's not an easy thing to decide, by the way, and I understand that. If I had to choose a-hole or no a-hole, what the hell, not an asshole, I would say OP is the asshole for not ending the friendship, especially considering like you're choosing your best friend over your sister if you're deciding to be friends with them. I don't know if that's too harsh by me saying that, and I'm not saying you should cut him off and be like, yo, you've never talked to you again. Maybe you should, but at the very least, like, you should make it known that, okay, even before all that, OP's friend has to at least try and apologize to his sister. Like, maybe give that a chance first, and then obviously if OP's sister's like, okay, I'm cool with you again, then I guess you guys can be friends. But if he's not even gonna try to apologize, there is no grounds for a friendship to happen again. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, OP is the a-hole for not ending their friendship. I think he just gotta get his priorities straight, and the post was made 7 years ago, so who knows where the f they're at now, but I hope they're not friends, or I hope everyone is cool. I guess that's the best option we could ask for, right? Would I be the a-hole if I tried to rekindle the friendship with my former best friend? I, 36 female, used to have a best friend, now 35 female, at an elite university 15 years ago. Elite university, all right then. We were both not in the in-group at the time. She had very little patience for the group dynamics of late teens. I was the only person of color and poor. We both had difficult childhoods, hers mostly financially stable with one narcissistic and one chronically sick parent and lots of siblings. Mine poor with an overbearing immigrant mother who raised me alone. Very little patience for the... Who the hell is... Okay, so they were 20 at the time or whatever. We were in odd match, but I recently spent a lot of time reflecting on my life and coming to terms with who I am. She was the best friend I ever had. I struggled at a university and she carried me. We lived together and both worked part-time. My mom couldn't support me and her parents chose to not support her. They disagreed with her field of study. Okay, I've heard of this. If I'm a parent and let's say I have a lot of money and I'm taking my child to school, no matter how much I disagree with their field of study, granted, I don't even know if I would really care about what they're studying maybe to an extent, I don't know, but I wouldn't be like, listen, if you don't choose this, I'm not going to pay for your school. That's up as a parent. Like maybe this is just too like naive, but like you're supposed to just let your child do what they want and you're supposed to support them no matter what they choose. Obviously, whatever, it's to an extent, but I don't think it's on you to say like, okay, I'm not going to pay for you if you don't choose what I want you to choose. They're not going to enjoy it. What's the point? She had much better paying gigs and mostly paid out our rent and groceries. Wow, that was a nice friend. I struggled with depression intermittently and she made sure I handed in my assignments on time and often helped me with them. I make it sound like an uphill battle, but mostly we had great times together. Thinking back on this time, I mostly remember the laughter and cooking and talking into the small hours. I can't like, this is like peak college experience, like just hanging out with someone or even like a friend group and like not thinking about your future responsibilities like after school. It's like that perfect 4-year time. It is a really nice time, to be fair. Like no matter how poor you are, like how little money you have at the moment, it just doesn't matter in that moment. Towards the end of our degrees, I started to resent my friend. I felt she was not acknowledging my struggle as a person of color with the immigrant experience. Looking back, I would classify it as white privilege on her part. When I vented about being slighted or discriminated against, she tried to talk down to me and insinuated I was looking for patterns. The early 2000s was a different time. Now I would have much better tools to address this if she'd be making these statements at all, but back then I felt frustrated and helpless. Oh wow, that sucks. So the way I think I'm understanding it is like she'd come in with a problem that is inherently like maybe like let's say racist, for example, and her friend as a white person would be like, what are you talking about? That's not how I see it. And maybe she might be saying that because she just doesn't know what to look for in terms of like those like microaggressions or whatnot. That's how I'm understanding that paragraph I just read. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong about that, but that's not that crazy to hear. I think any person of color who does have like, you know, like white friends can understand that experience. Would they go like, they didn't treat me that way, or like that's not how I saw it kind of thing? Or they might go like, you're overreacting or whatever. I went non-contact after we finished uni for a bit. We reconnected, but the closeness was gone. I treated her horribly later, ghosting her intermittently, trying to sleep with someone she was very interested in, gossiping about her. Okay, whoa, this took a fucking turn. You someone that she was interested in? I mean, granted, the person that she slept with, I guess, wasn't that interested in her friend, but either way, it's tough to do. Like, you shouldn't be doing that as a friend, like just like friend code. You dude gossip about her. This just did like a full 180. You just look like a shitty person now, OP. I didn't go to her wedding without canceling, knowing she had paid for a hotel room for me because I couldn't afford it. She sent me multiple texts on her wedding day asking if I was okay. I never responded. Okay, whoa, dude, you just became the biggest asshole. Wait, what? Why? Wait, what? She hasn't given a valid reason why she's doing all this. I didn't respond to the announcement that she was pregnant and that she had given birth. When she was pregnant the second time, she sent me a message saying we haven't spoken in a while, but she wanted to tell me regardless. This was the last time I heard from her. Okay, what are you doing? Wait. You haven't given a valid reason why you haven't talked to her. There's no way. I'm sorry, by the way, this paragraph is not a valid reason to not talk to your friend. Like, obviously, OP is there and there's more context maybe to what we're not seeing, but like, based off what I see, this is enough to like, ghost someone, sleep with someone that your friend is interested in, and gossip about her. And at the same time, unless OP's friend is like, kind of like stupid or whatever, she's still inviting you to her wedding and letting you know she's pregnant and had the birth, whatever. Like, from her point of view, things aren't that bad. So why are they so bad on your side? She's had a third kid since. She's very successful and constantly in the media. She comes across very much as a person I knew, but with 15 years worth of growth. I feel horrible about how I treated her. I would love to know her again. I have a mediocre career, no kids, a series of failed relationships. I don't care about the fame. I would like to know her for her. But if it makes me self-conscious and worried, I will still seem like a leech. I don't know if I'm missing something about this, but it just sounds like you want to reach out now that she's all successful and everything. But still, that's wait, what? What kind of person is this? Let me read the comments. I just want to see what they say. You were an ass again and again. Send a heartfelt note apologizing, then let it go. If she wants to rekindle the friendship, she'll get back to you. You'd be a bigger ass if you push it any further than that. Yeah, I'm not. Oh yeah, 100%. By the way, this is on OP's friend to decide, not on OP at all. OP has nothing to stand on in terms of like rekindling the friendship. Like the way she started the question being like, if I tried to, it's not your job. It is strictly on your friend's choice to say, hey, I want to start this friendship again, or I don't. Not on you. 100% no. This also seems like one of those posts that the person that wrote it is telling us like all the bad stuff they did, but there's definitely more that they're not telling us. 100% there isn't. Like everything you said, because it didn't seem like OP did anything bad for OP's friend to not reach out. Like she's saying like, come to my wedding, all that. And to be fair, OP's friend so far hasn't even done anything horrible. I get that was one paragraph about the like not understanding a person of color's like struggles, but that doesn't seem like it's enough for you to act like that. It's not like OP said like, I tried to educate them and they're like, no, racism isn't real. What are you talking about? White is right, whatever. Like they didn't say anything like that. Yeah, to end this off, OP is definitely the a-hole. I hope she does what the first comment said said, just write a note, apologize, email, I don't know, text, whatever. And if they want to rekindle, it's on them. 100%, they're the ones who have the decision, not you. Anyways, that was the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I feel like I say this a lot. Sorry for the length and like for my energy in this video. If you're watching this, I'm probably in London right now for the Sideman charity match, so I'm pre-recording a lot of videos. A lot. Like I think I'm like one more pre-record, so you're getting like 4 in total, maybe 5. But after like April 23rd, the videos will be back to normal, high energy, all that good stuff. But yeah, if you guys like the video, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know any video ideas you guys want me to do in the comments below. Until next time, peace.